Miraculous? You're just flexing at this point. Welcome back to Animation Station, most for anything and everything animation. Welcome to episode 7 of season 3 Silencer, and yes, the greatness streak continues once again. Another great episode, almost perfect, almost legendary status, almost classic status. But not quite. And it's just one thing in particular. It's not entirely the episode's fault, but it is something that annoyed me. Why? Well, let me tell you all about it in today's review. This one's going to try to be short, sweet, and to the point because I want you guys to see this episode as soon as possible. So, let's begin. First up is our synopsis from Netflix. Marinette and her band Kitty Section record a music video, but an unscrupulous producer, the father of DJ XY, steals their ideas and inspires Luca to seek revenge, which causes Luca to get akumatized into Silencer, who can steal people's voices and wants revenge on the music producer. And, well, things just go nuts from there. Let me talk about the one thing that's keeping this episode from being a 10 out of 10, and that is the producer himself, Bob Roth, and his son XY. They're both terrible, like Chloe and freaking Lila level terrible. They are annoying, they are underhanded, they are evil without needing to be akumatized, and they're just plain douchebags. Like, they make this big contest just because they've run out of ideas, and when they see Marinette sending her video with the band Kitty Section with all her friends, including Luca, who she's kind of sort of having a crush on this season, at least from what I can tell, but I don't know, maybe by the end of the season it will make more sense to me. And they just outright steal the video, not allowing Kitty Section to even be on the show, despite the fact that that is exactly what they were advertising in their damn contest video. So in other words, they just pulled a scam. And Luca, understandably but rarely, gets legitimately furious, to the point where he gets akumatized by Hawkmoth into Silencer. And Silencer, whoa, what a cool, unique villain for this episode, and for this show in particular. I love his design with the neon green and pink with the black, the way that he himself can't talk unless he's moving his hand, showing how even he doesn't have a voice, and his power of where just by putting his finger to people's lips, he makes them spit out their own voice, which he then sucks into a little air vacuum on the side of his head. And this allows them to imitate the person's voice and use it for whatever purpose they want. That is an awesome concept for a villain. Add on top the cool design. And yeah, you have a really, really cool villain. This is one of the cooler villains in all of Miraculous. From the design, to the concept, to the powers, like, legit an awesome antagonist. Especially considering the fact that very early on in the episode, not only do we get the akumatization a lot earlier than your average Miraculous episode, like not even halfway in, but he actually steals Ladybug's voice. Like, no joke, steals her voice, and she has to be silent for a majority of the episode, which would usually be a problem. But contrasting off of Cat Noir, who can talk, it gets really, really funny really quick. And the way she has to keep texting him on her little ladybug cell because he doesn't understand sign language is hilarious. And then the actual battle with Silencer is great, and the way that Marinette has to really show off her smarts and cunning here by trying to find a way to beat this villain without having to use her voice, because without her voice she can't use her lucky charm, and she can't say Miraculous Ladybug and fix everything like always. Like, it is so fascinating to see Marinette have to be this crafty, and not to mention while Adrian doesn't understand it, sorry, not Adrian, sorry, Cat Noir, while Cat Noir doesn't understand it, the sign language is a really nice touch, and I feel like it's trying to expand the show outwards to other groups of people, because there are those kind of people that sadly can only communicate through sign language, and it is a bit realistic. But, sorry, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm scatterbrained. I literally just reviewed 3 movies back to back to back on top of this, so please forgive me for being scatterbrained. But a lot of props to the show for having that little moment in there. Even if it is used as a joke, it's still a really nice little moment. And then the big final battle with Silencer is great, and again, having to see Marinette have to be so crafty to try and find her way out of this problem is really cool. And not to mention, the episode ends with a bit of a bombshell. I know I usually keep spoilers out, but I do need to talk about this one. This episode pretty much is Luca confessing to Marinette that he has a crush on her. The first time it's happened is when he's akumatized, and at first Marinette doesn't know whether or not it's real or if it's the Akuma talking, trying to manipulate her. And he says these exact words, like they have the quote right here. "You're the most extraordinary girl, Marinette, as clear as a musical note and as sincere as a melody. You're the music that's been playing in my head since the day we first met." Like, that is so, so sweet. And then when he says it again unknowingly, when he's de-akumatized, that's when you realize, yeah, he's not kidding. He has legit feelings for Marinette. Now, yes, we know Marinette wants Adrian. We know that. But it's still really sweet, and it offers this different relationship possibility for Marinette. And not to mention, these two already got along so well in episodes like Captain Hard Rock, so there is that connection there, and that confession of love feels genuine. Like, a lot of this episode is really sweet or just flat out really funny. But they do it in a way where neither feels forced, and they both have their purpose and both hit perfectly throughout the entire episode. If it weren't for the fact that the actual characters that they have to save are pieces of crap, then I would give this episode a 10. But because it has those annoying characters that are just as annoying as Chloe and Lila, if not even more so, in this one episode, I can't give it a 10 out of pure obligation for how much I hate them. No hate for the voice actors, just I hate the rotten characters. But with that said, though, this is still another great episode of Miraculous Ladybug. And Season 3, I mean, it started off slow, but it's really going well so far. Things are ramping up, things are escalating, and now it's consistently great through these past 3 episodes. Will the streak continue? I don't know, but I can tell you one thing I do know, and that's that this episode deserves a final verdict no higher or lower than a 9 out of 10. Yes, a back-to-back 9 out of 10. A fantastic, unique, clever, fun episode with a really sweet ending that hints at maybe more things to develop throughout the season. Well, that's it. That's it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned because we still have a long way to go yet with Miraculous because we're only on episode 7 of 24, so there's still plenty more reviews heading your way. Starting off tomorrow with Ani-chan. Until then, thanks for watching. I'm Jatsmall of the Animation Station, and I'll see you next time. Bug out!